it's Wrestling Hero Figs. We appreciate you joining us today, man. We needed to bring you a little bit closer to the action. We are right here at ringside by the apron with a huge pile of new additions added to the custom figgy roster and DWO customs as well coming through right here with the newest and greatest. Is he the greatest? Well, we still have yet to determine that. For the time being, though, I want to cover the one that we had discussed in the previous video. When we did the customs, there was a request by the WHF universe. How is the new Ultimate Edition Brock Lesnar working out for you? Well, I'll tell you what. For a current roster, yeah, that worked real good. Now, for a young Lesnar, this thing might explain it pretty damn good, man. We knew that we could do some stuff with his fist, with the closed fist. We tried him on Undertaker, but the one thing that we did not try was the conversion of the upper torso onto a younger Lesnar. The debut, the start of it all, man. When Beast brought it all, he brought it from the get-go, man. He came off that gate, and he came off strong with a huge F5 right there. How you guys liking it, man? Hero Figs, what did you do? Let me tell you what I did. I grabbed the old, you could either do the ringside exclusive or WrestleMania 32. I think WrestleMania 32 is going to be the best way to go about it, because one, you're not tapping into an expensive figure. You're getting it to something more affordable. And also the torso cracking, there was a lot less glue going on during that time. Earlier Mattel days, man, don't even get me started. So not only did we torso crack it and add it on to the lower half of, like I said, WrestleMania 32, but we also acetoned that tattoo right here. So as you can see, it's all gone. Off the chest, off the gut. I acetoned it. We removed it. We added the remaining parts to it. Now this is based off a current Brock Lesnar. So having the shirt on this, it's only going to make sense, because this one, obviously, as you can tell, it doesn't have the tattoo. But Brock Party, hey, Brock Party all the way home. Let's add the belt to it and see how that wraps it up, man. I genuinely, really love this. Look at this, dude. This is awesome. Now, there is a little bit of articulation that was lost behind it. Not from the upper half, but the lower half, because when it came down to the toe articulation, the newer one retained that. So, I don't know. I was going to try it, but at the same time, I didn't want to mess around with it too much because I didn't know what the outcome was when it came down to this. I've never messed around with toe articulation, so I might attempt it in the near future. This is what I mainly wanted to get out of it, man. The torso on this, you guys already know how I feel about it. I'm not a fan of the Ultimate Edition torsos, but when it came to Brock Lesnar, the brand new introduction of it, I gotta say, 2 thumbs up right there for Beastie Boy. Let's put him up on the ring, because DWO, he wants to show the WHF universe what's going down. Before we do, I want to talk about the one and only. Are you talking about the one and only of the WWE Network Spotlight? Or are you talking about the knee pad, how there was only one and only design that you had to do, Mattel? This is not a decal. I went ahead, I hand painted it, I added the knee pads to both, and we needed to get that corrected, man. I never did it with Elite Series 69, so seeing it right here on the Network Spotlight, I want to show you the true beauty of this, man. We're going to pose this. We had made a post on Instagram, and you guys loved it. I'm going to put it right here, so at the end of the video, you guys can see the magic as to what's going on behind it. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and unleash it right now. Look at the beautiness of this. Yes, it's not a faction, but you know what? Hey, I'll take this, man. If they ever do decide to form a trio, bring the yellow, red and yellow, red and yellow. Hero Fix is black and yellow. All right, my bad. Who's keeping tabs, though, man? Is it you? Is that you, the guy behind the camera, behind the phone right now, making sure that Hero Figs sings the song properly? Hey, most of the time, we get innovative here, man. We make our own songs. There might be something that might have been originated, but once we get our hands on it, or in this case, our lyrics, it's gonna be great, man. And so is Garza. Yes, Angel Garza is right here. Ooh, dude, 205 Live. Where is it? Where's that bell? Let's grab that bell. Bring it up here. See how it all comes together. One more, dude. What is it? 1, 2. I think we got a total of 3 right now going on from DWO, and every single one, man, it has been great. If you include the Fiend belt and you include the previous, you know what? Let's talk about it later on, because right now we need to cover this man right here. And I don't know why I didn't ask it. I'm gonna be straight up, bro. I was daydreaming. When I saw it for the first time, I was like, dude, I need to get my hand on this. And it wasn't the red attire that we got our hands on. We got the black version, but that's all good. But I didn't ask him. I didn't bother asking him which head scan he went with. I can tell you this, whatever he chose, It is right there, down to the perfect, and I mean every nook and cranny that I'm seeing on this head scan, I am seeing on Angel Garza right here. Obviously, he added more. He added the texture. He added the hair sculpt to it all to give it that genuine look. He added the beard. He added the right choice for the torso, which I believe this is a Rey Mysterio or a Sin Cara. It all depends on what Ray you're talking about, but from what I'm seeing right here, everything is right there, man. We got the big G right up front. On the back, we got Garza to represent what the G stands for. We have the taped up knees, and the matching logo on the right side is what we saw right there on the tights. This is so clean, man. And with that 205 Live belt, the only thing we're seeing on this video today, on this haul, it's going to be nothing but a bunch of champs, and we're going to line them up right there. I love it. Next one is going to be for them Moxley boys, the ones that were curious if the Matt Hardy from the WWE Network Spotlight, if it was going to work. It's going to be the real struggle, man. Like the whole transition point of when Dean Ambrose decided to go over to AEW. I'm going to tell you this, for a figure collector, it's a genuine nightmare, man. Unless if you know BEW Animation or Mad Reaper, I know they were doing quite a bit of head scans. This one going to do, at the fading of the pants, I'd say it's working pretty good. The torso, I mean, if you torso crack it, maybe then. This one is a little bit too flabby for my likings. The bulk build of the Stone Cold look, that's the look that I'm always about, man. And the head scan right there, wrapping it up. Is it working? I think it does. The lower part, I think if it was more like the cargo style, kind of like the militant look, I think that might be the safest approach. But there you go. For those that were curious how the Moxley, how those pants would work on there, I hope that answers your question, man. Let's get into some fantasy, because this was really neat, man. I actually found this in my bin of like extras when it came to my DC characters. The Nature Boy, somehow he managed to, he always finds the party. He always knows the right place, where to go. Hero Fix, why are you showing him this? Because this is the leftover parts of Two-Face. I really wanted to add the Two-Face head scan right here, because this was also made by Mattel. Like all the parts that you're seeing right here, this is almost similar to like when it comes to like a suited body, very similar to a WWE Mattel. But there it is, man. This is like a Two-Face right there, DC. I don't know what line this was. I think this was a Build-A-Figure. It could have been either the Killer Cry. No, I believe it was Clayface. Clayface was the Build-A-Figure. So if you are wondering like what head scan did I go with to get that Two-Face, I'm pretty sure it's the Build-A-Figure, the Clayface, adding it right there to the Nature Boy. Woo! Angle, Kurt Angle, Olympic gold medalist, last match prior to leaving for a good while and then coming back to Wrestle Shop, knocking down my figs. What the heck, man? Here is the Kurt Angle that we got prior. This is part of the regular release. I think this was Elite Series 65. That's not the reason why I wanted to show you this, man. I popped the scan off. That one had more of a happy-go-lucky, so we added it right there to the newest and greatest WWE. This attire right here for like a current look, gotta say, oh, dude, this gotta be my favorite. I know there's only really two to choose from, but I think doing the swap on that angle, it's doing quite a bit. Now, before we get into a little bit more, I want to talk about the coolest guys in the custom figure community, and that being none other than Custom Figure Shirts. I know it's been a while since you've been here on the channel, sir, but just know this, man. We have not forgotten what you've done. We added a little bit more to that collection, man. I got to say, all in all, I got to be up to at least 20 shirts from this man, and every single time, it has been a blessing that the modern day MESIAH, the Monday Night MESIAH to be correct, he has received the shirt to go alongside right there with his tag team buddy Murphy. Check it out. We got the champs right here debuting the gold in the WHF video right here with the, now we need a second one. We need a Monday Night MESIAH for right here, for the follower, right? And you did the right move, man. I feel like had you took in a different route, Rollins, look, I know he's like right now, he's kind of like at a steep going down when it comes to his career, but dude, at any time, whether it's at the peak of Seth Rollins' career or at the midway through or even at the bottom, it's always good to form a union. I mean, go ask the Shield. I feel like those two gentlemen can attest to it. And the other guy that I really wanted to get a shirt for was right here. We got Ciampa, we got Goldie, and we got Daddy. And guess what? He just came home. Look at the front on that, man. I love that. This is the cutoff shirt, the proper way to have this displayed with the camo pants. You're seeing it right here, man. You can see it on the shirt. He's wearing all the right gear that we're seeing on this figure. And one more, we gotta talk about one more. The one we've been working on. It's been a progress in the making. We got our hands right here on those decals from Curb Stomp Custom City Decals. Look at this, you guys. We got the Edge Rated Superstar right there on the sides, on both sides. We got the R logo up front. I did hand paint the one up right here by the crotch piece. This one was kind of like tough to work with when it came down to like applying the decals, so this was just all painted right there from scratch. And then we also added it to the boots, and I'm going to tell you this right now, I am not one to use decals regularly, so just know this is, you can almost consider this my first attempt when it came down to applying decals. So how did it turn out? I don't know, man. I'm going to leave it up to you. And then one more, of course, to wrap all three right here from Custom Figure Shirts. There you go. And the granddaddy of them all, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, those glasses, I mean, yeah, they could have worked right here with that head scan with the screaming one, but if you want that serious look, I think the previous Delete, combining it with those glasses, I think that just really ties it well, man. I'm a big fan of this Jim. Like, this one did it until we finally got this exclusive release. This one is more like, again, later in his career. I'm so glad to finally add this to the collection, man. Let's go through the video, man. Let's go through the champs, the tag team champs, the WWE champ, the United States champion, Seth Rollins, Buddy Murphy, the Olympic gold medalist. We got the Edge Rated Superstar right there with the decals. It was so hard to cover all this, man, all in one shot, but you know what? Right here, the Olympic gold medalist, he taught me. He's like, Hero Fakes, you need to keep this content going. We will, Angle. This is the love. This is the passion behind it. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.